Now I'm going to talk about the sum statement in SAS. You can see from this data set, again, I've got 3 variables and 5 observations. So when I scroll down, this is my program. The first thing I did is I used this sum statement again. I brought in that data set from before, and then I created that end variable again, last. Last, remember, is 0 if the observation is not the last observation, and 1 if it is. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to sum up the variables. In other words, I want to keep a running total of each variable. So x sum is just my own personal name for the sum of x. You can call it whatever you want. This is going to be the y sum, and this is going to be the sum of the z variable. And all you do is you say plus x, and it keeps a running total. So let's print it out and see what happened. There you have it. You see, for this first number 1, we have a total sum of 1. But then for 1 and 4, we get a sum of 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 and 8 is 13, and so on and so forth. One thing you want to pay attention to is the fact that 3 plus 2 plus 6 is 11. On the other hand, when we have a missing observation, SAS just treats it like it's a 0 and adds 0 to this number, so it stays 11. Kind of keep that in the back of your head. Now, probably a lot of times what is of interest is really just these last 3 totals down here. So I just want the total sum of x, y, and z. That's all I want. So let's go back and see how we can do that. The first thing I want to do is, if last equals 1, then I'm going to output. So all that does is it gets rid of everything except for the very last observation. You can see that very last row I'm printing out now. And then the other thing I want to do is drop some variables, x, y, and z. So I used both of my ideas of dropping rows and dropping columns. So if I run this, then I only get that x sum, the happy, and the my z sum.